Hi, good day our audience and a warm welcome back from CXO Digital Pulse and Strategink. This is Shantanu Ganguly, CEO at Strategink, and it's my privilege to welcome all of you back. And today I'm personally very excited to welcome in our chat show Mr. Sanjay Agrawal, Chief Technology Officer of Hitachi Vantara, India. Sanjay is also the chair at Storage Networking Industry Association or SNIA, and a veteran in the Indian technology and business space. Sanjay has been a digital transformation evangelist all through his life and a very strong enthusiast about applying technology in context of businesses and diverse industry verticals. So he's very passionate about running workshops, transformation initiatives, interaction with customers to synergize on convergence of business and technology, and he's been a great enthusiast also on the storage networking side through his SNIA initiative for standardizing some of the global technological evaluation, standardization of certain elements of technology, cross-integration of diverse technologies over the period of time. Welcome, Sanjay, and it's a privilege to have you in this conversation.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Sanjay. So today we are going to delve with this very interesting topic of leveraging artificial intelligence for effective data management. And you know, you've been a sort of data champion all your life, and you have seen the evolution from for so many years where data was first digitized, computerized, and then to the current state where we are all going through this disruptive promises of generative AI and in the days to come, right? And there's tremendous potential there. So tell us a little bit about this journey of data evolution and how in this digital world you view the evolving data landscape.
Very interesting question. In fact, we are in digital era where most of the enterprises are going through a digital transformation journey. What they want to do is transform the business. Their focus areas are predominantly, exceptional customer experience, improving operational efficiencies, and redefining its strategies and business model. If you look at this digital transformation initiative, data is at the core. Data is helping banks, for example, get customer 360-degree view, and they can do many things differently to serve customer better. In fact, I had a very interesting conversation with some of the CIOs in one event, and the question that was asked was, what is one thing that you would like to focus most on if you have to accelerate your digital transformation journey? Most of them said data. When we talk about digital transformation, it's not only the data that comes from business applications, it's also the data that gets generated by humans, machines, and that contributes to unstructured data. Interestingly, unstructured data is becoming very huge in the landscape of enterprise. It's 70 to 90% unstructured data that goes unnoticed. So with these kind of data landscape changing, there are different challenges that are being faced by the organizations. How do we manage the data, and how do we derive the value out of this data? From a platform perspective, different technologies, different systems, different tools are being used now to accommodate unstructured data, and that's going into the petabytes of size. So CIOs will have to come up with a strategy for a right data platform and right data strategy, keeping the digital data, which is also known as big data, in mind.
Fantastic. Can't agree with you more, Sanjay, and thank you for sort of in a short span of time covering this very, very deep and diverse spectrum. And in this context, maybe I'll mention a phrase which is AI needs data more than data needs AI, right? Because you can run algorithms only when, and successfully so, and derive the right intelligence and insight only if the underlying data is of the right quality, it is all centralized, it is deduplicated, and it is sort of governed well in a structured or unstructured manner, as you rightly said. The quantum of unstructured data growth is phenomenal, and there is not enough there's a lot more to do in that space to be able to derive incremental intelligence from unstructured data. So great. And so my next question is around bringing in Hitachi Vantara in this context and seeking your understanding about how you see Hitachi Vantara being positioned so very well to help customers in this data journey, and how you are helping customers derive best value and unlock the future leveraging data.
This is one of the top challenges for CIOs today. If you look at purely from a technology perspective, there are technologies available that give them right platform to have the data of this size, digital data, big data, and all of that. I think what is important is to have a right data strategy for data monetization. At Hitachi Vantara, we believe that a right data platform along with the right data strategy will help CIOs accelerate their data monetization journey. So we start with a foundation that's known as Data Platform Foundation, which ensures that all the data, whether it's an operational, transactional data or unstructured data, gets stored, protected, managed well without too much of human intervention. That allows people to shift focus from keeping the lights on to the innovations. After that is done, we recommend our customers to focus on data quality. Why data quality? While many CIOs agree that good data quality has been achieved in business data, but when it comes to human data and machine data, DQ is still a challenge. Data quality is still a challenge. So if you do not have right quality in terms of metadata in unstructured data space, forget about analytics. Even discovery of that data may not be easy. So second, milestone for them is to have data quality initiative. After all that is done, when you have both structured and unstructured data, that may not be good enough for the business decisions. Unless you blend both the data, unstructured and structured, and get a completely different view. For example, banks are looking for customer 360-degree view by blending the data that comes in from the transactions and the products and services that they buy, and also the data that is related to their online behavior, their sentiments, their interactions. So when you start blending these data sets, you start getting a different value, and that helps you redefine your product strategy, go-to-market strategy, customer acquisition strategy, and things like that. That helps you accelerate your data monetization. On top of that, what we also recommend is to have a right data agility. Because if businesses today need to be agile, and if data agility is not there, it becomes extremely difficult to take right decisions at right time. So data agility is primarily, in nutshell, empowering end users and data consumers and business people to get the right data at right time without being dependent on IT people.
Excellent. I think I can't again agree more with you on this, and especially when you mentioned of customer 360-degree journey, I think that's a common binder which every business, irrespective of their scale, size or vertical specialization, focuses on, because the customer is more digital savvy, more learned, more educated, with everything digitally available, all information at their fingertips, and their behavior, their expectations, their buying patterns or engagement patterns are changing continuously. So every business has to leverage the collective data platform intelligence, combine insights from structured, unstructured sources to be able to decipher and decode the customer expectations and patterns ahead of the curve to be able to stay relevant and continue to sort of build and drive engagement, monetization with their customers. So building on top of this, and if we now overlay the artificial intelligence framework or layer, and I'm sure you, like me, talk to the industry technology leaders a lot. While there is a lot of hype and there are, I would say, siloed experiments around, say, chatbots or virtual assistants on leveraging AI or putting AI into practice, CIOs do look up to large solution providers like Hitachi Vantara a lot in terms of guidance as to how they can implement or traverse the AI journey in a modular manner, seeking guidance or technology help, solutioning help, and execution help around how to implement it in baby steps, demonstrate value, and then bring in the additional resourcing, investments, executive support that is required to be able to build further and continue on this journey. Any guidance or support or good practices you want to sort of suggest here from a Hitachi Vantara landscape?
See, AI is not a product, but it's infused everywhere in the IT strategy and data strategy for CIOs. We at Hitachi and Vantara believe that if accelerated data monetization has to happen in an enterprise, AI has to contribute at every layer. You can start with the data infrastructure layer, then data layer, data management layer, and eventually to the data monetization or data discovery layer. What we believe is that at the infrastructure layer, AI should come in and ensure that the IT managers are able to seamlessly do the provisioning of resources, for example, in an automated way and in an informed way. For example, if a provisioning of a particular data volume or storage volume has to be done, instead of randomly picking it up from any of the systems that are there in the data center, AI helps them pick it up from the system that's underutilized and has enough resources to execute. At the data management level, we are talking about AI Ops today. Hitachi Vantara is accelerating that further and calling Hyper Ops. We combine AI Ops with hyper automation, expert services, and certain framework to ensure that we leverage best of AI capabilities in the data management space. When it comes to data scientists, when it comes to business decision makers, the biggest challenge that they face is if event has happened and the data has landed into the system, data is still not visible for decision making. And the reason for that is, the data catalog, which is the gateway for all of these things, does not show the business glossary that is required for discovery and analysis. So we use AI-enabled fingerprinting tagging technology that's able to help enterprises pick up those business context and populate data catalog to ensure that data is easily available in real-time fashion for people to discover, search, and take informed decisions. That's how we feel AI across infra layer, data management layer, and data discovery and analysis layer will help from an end-to-end data monetization perspective.
Excellent. I think brilliantly summarized, especially the AI ops and hyper ops, as you said, and AI or data in context of a business glossary. I think that correlation and that sort of ability to connect the dots is where the most precious pearls of insights to decision makers come and get exposed. And thanks to Hitachi Vantara, so making it real through very standardized, productized or solutionized solution platforms in enabling or empowering customers in that space. Sanjay, again, SNIA, you have been a chair, and I'm sure this topic of sustainability and green energy is also close to your heart, and I'm sure as a community of SNIA execs, you have been working a lot towards empowering technology leaders to choose the right optimization approaches to be able to do more good or give back to the earth, planet earth, in terms of reduction of carbon footprint or reduced energy emissions, so on and so forth. So tell us a little on this. Again, I'll bring to you some CIO challenges. What they typically ask for help is how to define certain measurable KPIs in this green journey or energy saving journey space, and making the measurement visible back to the management and holistically measure at an organization level some of the reductions or the optimization that they could do. So what would be your guidance towards measuring this and demonstrating value back at org level?
Very interesting question, and this is the question that's being raised in almost every board meeting. and people are working on strategy to minimize the impact on environment. So sustainability, of course, is the topic today among CIOs when they are looking for new initiatives, new product procurement, and things like that. When you look at from a data center perspective, the storage and the data that contributes most to the CO2 emission and sustainability, negative impact, and all of that. When we analyze, we find that we have huge storage hardware and huge amount of petabytes of data sitting in data center consuming the entire hardware. So our strategy to help them minimize this is at multiple levels. Number one, we want to have a smart data center management, wherein the integration of IT and OT comes in and ensures that certain things like power, cooling in the data center are controlled and optimized as per the need. Number two, we talk about infrastructure focus, wherein we help enterprises with things like server storage consolidation, virtualization, improving the utilization so that infrastructure footprint is reduced. When it comes to data layer, very interesting technologies are available today, and I recommend CIOs to use that. One is adaptive data reduction. These technologies can help you reduce the data to a significant extent. Apart from that, something like data in place controller upgrade delays the waste of the disk drives that you have and helps contribute on the sustainability front. When you look at purely from a data perspective, how do database administrators and CDOs reduce the data footprint? There are many initiatives that are being taken by organizations today. One is, do we really need so many copies of the data that we have? Can we reduce that? We are taking many backup. Can we reduce that? From an analytics perspective, organizations are still going for pre-built structures and aggregates that are populated on day one for use later. But today, with the technologies that give you faster I/O access and in-memory computing, you don't need to pre-build all the data structures and populate well in advance. Similarly, there are a lot of things that can be done to minimize the data footprint, and we at Hitachi believe that this initiative has to cut across the entire data center, starting from the data that's being stored, data platform, storage, data management, and also the data center management, which is at the IT and OT level. With this approach, we have seen our customers have significantly reduced the impact, and it's going to improve further as we move forward.
Fantastic, and thanks for layering it out in very actionable layers and I would say modules, which gives our CIO audience precise idea about how to sort of action this or sort of implement this in a very, very executable, in a modular but yet interconnected manner. Thanks, Sanjay. But before we wind up, I can't resist this temptation to seek your, again, expert inputs and guidance on this very important topic of data security, privacy, and resilience. Given the plethora of cyber attacks or ransomware attacks, etc., organizations at a business level, at a board level, acknowledge the sheer importance of paying attention to this and making sure that they are prepared smarter as compared to the threat actors who are also leveraging the power of artificial intelligence to penetrate and disrupt. So how is, again, Hitachi Vantara helping customers to stay ahead of the attackers, leveraging all the intelligence and solution in this space?
I was talking to CIOs, and on this topic, they wanted to have a very robust security and preventive and protection from IT perspective. There are software tools, there are hardware tools available in the market. I've seen the inclination towards hardware type of tools where certain capabilities that will help them protect from ransomware attack is natively integrated into the platform, so that we don't have to have human intervention, manual intervention, and things like that. So we at Hitachi believe for operational data, a very robust snapshot coupled with locking mechanism that cannot be broken even by insiders is helping many mission critical applications to survive. Similarly, when it comes to digital data, we are able to help with something known as versioning, where with a click they can come back and recover from a ransomware attack. Apart from this, we offer a lot of services that help customers to look at broader pictures, including things like digital twin. Can we have a parallel sniffing of the entire data and see if there is any attack that is likely to happen? Parallelly, can we look at area that can be used in case of attack so that RTO is reduced and business is back to normal? And we also have services which are especially in the cyber resiliency and ransomware space. So we offer a complete suite of offerings, which is combination of products and also services to help our customers better prepared with these kind of attacks.
Thank you. Thanks, Sanjay. And back to our audience. This is Sanjay Agrawal, CTO at Hitachi Vantara, India. And thanks, Sanjay, for enriching our audience today through this CXO Digital Pulse interview. How to traverse the data journey, leveraging the power of artificial intelligence with confidence, with a lot of solutioning support and architectural sort of excellence support from Hitachi Vantara, and how to operationalize the data journey into actionable milestones where you platformize, you bring in incremental intelligence of combining your structured, unstructured data, you bring in AI ops and hyper automation on top of it to derive incremental intelligence. You have the protection and resilience and recovery retrieval capability, because it is all, your business is all about the ability to monetize your data. So the holistic layers and actions of how to traverse the data journey with confidence and with how to leverage that as a foundation to take your organization to the next levels of customer journey and excellence and experience. Thanks, Sanjay, for bringing it all together. And we close our episode today, and we'll come back soon with something similarly interesting for all our audience. Signing off from CXO Digital Pulse, and thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you. Nice talking to you. This was a great conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much.